Hi there, welcome to Floating in Books. Today I have another coloring wrap up for you. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite colorings. I just enjoy coloring so much lately, and it's really been a great hobby for me, a great way to unwind at the end of the day and just get my head into gear, and like also not have that much screen time because that was something I was struggling with for sure. And I just thought I could show you my 10 favorite colorings that I've done. So let me take you to a slightly different position so I can chat to you about them, and then I can show you a little bit of the techniques that I've been playing around with. In this video I'm going to be talking you through some of my favorite colorings. I'm not sure if anybody is interested in seeing this. I already got a request if I can show people how I color things, but I don't really have the right setup for that, so I can talk you through how I've done things. And for the most part, I just find things on TikTok and tutorials and stuff, and then I'm like, oh, I might try that too. So it's really not rocket science. I just have fun, and sometimes I keep it really plain and simple, and sometimes I want to add all the details. So there isn't much rhyme or reason to what I do. I don't plan out pages. I just sort of sit down and decide right there on the spot what it is I'm gonna do. Like, I never know when I start coloring what the page is going to look like. I just never know. Or at least I very hardly ever do. And there's always something that I don't feel goes super well with a lot of the colorings I do. Like, I'm not a pro at this or anything. I just enjoy doing it, and I thought I could share. I've been sharing some of my colorings over on TikTok as well. So if you wanna be more like updated more live than this, because these are sometimes a couple of months old already, then I'm going to refer you to the TikTok that is linked in my description box down below, which is @floatingindreams_. I actually started doing makeup content at first on it, but then it just took too much time and I couldn't keep it up. And now I'm like doing the coloring stuff on there because I'm just having too much fun doing this in my downtime. So I thought I could turn it into content as well. That's sort of where this comes from. So if you don't like this, it's fine. You can skip the video. But I want to show you a couple of bits. So I have a couple of these bold and easy things, and then we're going to go into the scenes. So this is the Bold and Easy coloring book, Relaxation. This is by Blue Jewel Books. This is one of the first ones I got, if not the first one ever. So here's the page I wanted to share with you. It's these like psychedelic mushrooms. That's sort of the vibe I was going for. And this is the first time I used like acrylic pen to really cover up any of the things, any of the black lines you could say. And I thought it was really fun. I like the color scheme. It's a little bit neon, a little bit different, and I used color pencil for the background. I don't enjoy doing the bold and easy ones all that often. I like scenes that have a little bit more detail to them, because with these I just feel like it's great for like an easy quick fix, but I have just enjoyed doing the more intricate things a lot more. What I do really like these books for, so this is still the same book, is practicing things. So here I did like a successful water effect for the first time, and I really like the sky and the way it turned out. Like, I really like the blend on it, the way the color hits these darker clouds. I feel it adds just the right amount of gloom, yet like it's just pretty atmospheric, really. So I really enjoy this. I did a lot of blending. So much so, I believe, yeah, so much so that I even like bled through the page I had underneath it to protect the page underneath it. Then I have Tiny Space, which is by Inky Mimi. And this is actually one of the very first pages I did back in February, and I really enjoy the color scheme. I don't know why, but I like the red and white awning that I did. And then like the different grayscale in the brick wall I really enjoy, and I just really think that this nicely comes together. The shading worked out really well too. I just thought it looked really pretty, and there is a bit of a color story going on, but not too much. So sometimes these kind of scenes I do like, even though it's still quite sort of like easy to color these. I do really enjoy these, and I did another one in this that I like. This is a more recent one that I did. And here again, you could just see that compared to the other book, this just has a little bit more detail, which is why I like it. Again, with this sort of grayscale on the stone, and then I sort of added some wood effect to the beam here, and then I used a bit of metallic marker to add like shine to the metallic bits here as well. And I really just like doing like blossom trees and wisteria and things like that. So that's the way that one came together, and I'm really happy the way this plays together as well. The final bold and easy coloring book is Into Gardens by Coco. I know this is a lot of people's favorite coloring book. I like it, but there's only one page I did in here that I'm truly happy with. And it's this little lemon guy who's like, I don't know, picking flowers. I don't know what he's doing. But again, I was, for the first time, like able to do a bit of shading without too much blending, because that was something I was struggling with at first. So I actually, like, the darker color is a different marker that I used, and I feel pretty proud of it, that it looks pretty seamless on this one. Then we have Cute London from the Cool Kitsch Club, and this is my most recent page in this book, again with a little blossom up top. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be like the same as down here, but I decided to go with different colors. Again, I just like coloring brick walls for some reason, and then I have the little black and white tile, and like the little detail of the stained glass window, which is just different colors of marker really, but I thought it came together really well. And then of course I did the little tweed hat, because this is 221B Baker Street, so it's a Sherlock Holmes museum, and I thought that worked out pretty well. This is Fairy Fuzz by Amelia Green. This is one that I have shown you before. And my favorite one in this book that I've done so far is the little bear with the stained glass window behind it. Here I went with a color scheme, so the actual colors that are in the stained glass window are the colors of the rest of the page, and I feel that's why it looks so cohesive, you could say, and I think that worked out really well. I was able to do some detailing here on the bear and its fairy wings, and I really enjoy doing fairy wings as well. And I also like this page from the book. It's just not my favorite, but I'm really proud of the dimension in the cave with the different gray tones again. Like there's a little bit of like a light effect along the edge, and then this is a different type of gray compared to this, so I think that worked really well. I just didn't like how my crystals came out. One of my favorite pages I've done so far is this one from Sui Sui Hygge Delights, and this is a pastel rainbow. I struggle finding good pastels in my Deco Time set, so it's not as pastel as I'd like it to be. Like I don't have a really good pastel green. I just don't. So this is a little bit more vibrant than I would like it to be, but I now have a set of Ohuhos that are the pastel set, so I hope that that can be a little bit more pastel than this. But as you can see, like the ocean that they're drifting on is a rainbow, and then I use the rainbow from left to right in the sky and in these like ice cream cone clouds, and then I just use those different tones of color to fill out the rest of the image and to have the shades be very cohesive. So yeah, this is a page I'm very proud of. And there are two more pages that I really like in this book. Because it's all candy and food themed, I love playing with bright colors. And as you can see here, I went with a pinky red sort of color story with the brown, just to have a couple of neutral elements in, but I think this came together really nicely. And I used some gel pens to add some texture to the rest of the page. And then this one, I believe I already showed you. This one I really like as well. I love the shading on my strawberries, and I love how this came together. I don't love the fireflies, but I'm still sort of working on creating a glowy effect in my images. That's not perfect yet, but I do really like the way this comes together. I really like sort of like strawberry picking at night. I'm not sure if it makes sense, but it made sense to me at the time. And from Fuzzy Tales by Vivi Tinta, I really enjoy my Magic Skyriders. This is my favorite page I've done in this book so far. We have some balloons, and then I decided to do the sky in a slightly different way. Like, I didn't want it to be like one color, so I just did little splotches. And then I just added stars and like little specks everywhere. And then the whale, I decided to actually block out the black lines with some paint liners I have, which worked out really well as well. And then I just have some red and purpley and yellow accents here and there in the characters, which really brings the page together for me. I am just coloring in one book that has people in and not like animals and stuff, and that is the Coco Girl Moments. And I have several pages in here that I really enjoy. The first page I really like is this little barista moment. Again, here I went with a color story. Went with sage greens for the most part for a lot of the appliances, and then I paired it with these rosy pink tones, which I think works really, really well. I really enjoy the way this page came about. I just made a mistake, like there is some shading on her face and it now looks like she's got a beard, but that's about it. But I really enjoyed adding the little details on all of the crockery. I took inspiration from one of my favorite lunch spots here in the Netherlands, which is Bagels and Beans. And I just did like a little floral pattern on the wallpaper behind her to have those colors come in as well. And I love these rosy tones that I have because a lot of them look brown. So they're great for like adding on to like kitchen counters and all that. And then we have Miss chilling out in her little lounge egg kind of thing. And I do really like the way this came about. I like that this is more of like a fall scene, which is why I made the tree orange. I didn't have a lot of time to do a lot of shading when I made this page because I had to rush out the door. So I sort of forgot to do that, but I love the wicker effect on her little egg. I really like the way that came about. And I just really like sort of like the added textures and stuff I was able to add here. Here is another one that you already saw me do. It's like a bookstore, flower shop sort of scene. Again, with the little blossom tree, and I just added extra blossoms here, which I thought was fun. And here again, I went with the color scheme. So I did the reds with the browns, with light pops of sage green, which I think works really well. It just really came together, and I really enjoy how the burgundy and the reds just really play off each other. I just used a lot of my like darker reds and like fuchsias and stuff that I really enjoyed. So love the color story of that one. And then you can already see it here, but again, I like the colors here a lot. I just didn't do a lot of shading, but I like the teal, blue, green sort of vibe with the brown. I just really enjoy it, and I'm really proud of the way her woolly scarves looks here. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So that is that page right there. So page I was super happy with the way it came out. I did some like glowy flowers in this page from Froggy Days by the Cool Kitsch Club. I added some metallic details. I did some blocking of some black lines, and I really feel like it made some of the like moon and cloud details look a little bit softer. And then the little frog guy is the one that doesn't have any detail to it whatsoever. I also like the way the water came out on this one, and also the grassy sort of details. So like the way this turned out. I just don't like the sky. I should have changed the sky here. And of course, my favorite page from Froggy Days. I already shared this one with you, but I'm still very proud of it. The balloons with this little sticker effect on the frog, I think works really well. I haven't done this effect anywhere else so far, but I still like it. And I really like the way these balloons look just super dimensional and stuff. So this is a page I'm super proud of. So I wanted to just share it again. This is Comfy and Cozy from Jade Summer. This one isn't perfect because I screwed up the bubbles because it was my first time trying to create a bubble, but I love the color story. I like how sort of fall-esque it is with like the little burgundy shades and like the mossy green vibe. I really like the way this came together in terms of all the shades. And this is one of my more recent colorings. I thought this was a fun one. It was my first time trying out a waterfall sort of effect, and I think it worked out really well. I just shouldn't have added the yellow to this, but I really like the vibe of this one overall. Little two hippos with this, I don't know, monkey guy who are just chilling out, and I really like the sandy effect that I did here as well. And finally, one of my favorite books is Sui Sui Hygge by Vivi Tinta, and this is the final page I did in this book. It's apple picking with pears and things like that. I really like the way this turned out. I did a lot of detailing with some of the like trees and stuff and like the grass. I think it worked out really, really well with this one. I really liked how this came together. And then I did like a little pattern on the cat. I did a little bit of a like fluffiness on the bear, and I tried to like stick to the color scheme, and it worked out really well. I'm very, very pleased with the way this came out with the shading and like the different shades and the different points and stuff. I just love a dotted effect. That's just my My favorite thing to do is to just do dots all over. And those were all of the colorings that I wanted to share with you today. So those are just some of my proudest coloring moments. Let me know in a comment down below what yours are. I would love to know. And go follow me over on Floating in Dreams _ over on TikTok in case you just want to see these things going live a little bit more quickly. I just like sharing this from time to time, so hope you don't mind me sharing my latest obsession with you guys, and then I really hope to see you again really soon for a new video next week. See you then. Bye bye. So those are all of the colorings I wanted to show you in this video today. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. Check back for more because I will be back with a new video next week. Bye-bye! So check back for more next week because then I will have a new video for you. So I hope to see you then. Bye-bye!